here. No clue what that means. Alright, I'm going to also change the color of the RGB stroke. It could be I have to set the foreground color or whatever. That would be a little surprising though. So this could be a 0 going around the thing and it's going vertically, but we've changed the foreground color now, so I don't think so. This is weird. I'm now telling it to draw anything. It's almost like the font's not being recognized. Let me check our error messages. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Symbol not found. CF object C is, I don't know what that is. Error loading. Okay, this is probably simulator related. So what do you think? I'm gonna move a few pixels just to be sure. Could be doing something like drawing just off the edge, and I'd like to know. Anyway, this should change. Yeah, this did change. As you can see, that does look like it's a 0, this line. I'm not just imagining that, right? It looks like it's drawing in purple, and that's why we're not seeing it. I'm not crazy, I think that's right. So let's look up draw string, draw in rect. I wouldn't be surprised if that uses a different color scheme. Yeah. So set fill colors, what we want. Oh, my bad. I really thought I'd change this to fill. This is probably it then. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the fill color, not the stroke color, that gets used. Yes. In addition to that, our floating point value is not displayed, which is why before we weren't seeing any effect even on the bar here. But now we've got text drawing to the screen, and that's at least a little bit good. Before I worry about the number problem, let me re-add these, and that's not the best color, honestly. I should probably just pick the same color as this. I'll just set them once up here. Yeah. And I'll do the context saving at the outermost level. That way we don't change any colors. We don't need to. The thing about the thumb drawing method is not, I don't think it sets the fill, since I didn't know about this fill issue until just now. Yeah. Alright, let's try this. I can't alt tab in this, can I? Okay, so let's look at it. Well, this is kind of good, right? It's not in the center like we would want it to be, but that's because we added this constant 10 for debugging purposes. We need to get rid of that. Alright, so what do you think? I think it's still going to be below because that looked like more than 10 pixels. The drawstring in rect, the draw in rect function is a little bit funny. So this actually might be reasonable. I mean, it's right below the line. The reason I thought it would be below is because when you draw it at 0, 0 with the draw in rect, the rect extends downwards from that point down to the right with whatever the width and height is. So if you wanted it centered at 0, 0, that means you'd have to subtract the height of the text, not necessarily the height of the rectangle. So that's a little bit tricky. You can find that stuff out programmatically by querying the font, but no, it's not. If something's 10 points, it's not going to be 50 pixels. It's probably going to be around 10 pixels with some extra stuff for the top and bottom. So I'm going to should I just leave it like that? I'm going to take, well, these colors don't need to be there anymore. Yeah, that's one thing. And the other thing is, what's this 20? Yeah. So instead of drawing the y at 0, how about I do minus 7 or something? Try that. This is only going to be one size, so I don't have to worry about. Yeah, actually that's perfect. So instead of EEE, actually, you see this? Well, when it's obscured, we don't have to worry about what's underneath the cursor. So this is a little bug we don't have to worry about. It's weird that only happens on this one. You see the EEE starts to get cut off and replaced with nothing until you completely go over it. Yeah, the rest kind of do that. It wasn't meant for this kind of thing, UISlider. So it's nice that you can even extend it this far. Instead of EEE though, it'd be nice to have actual number. It's curious why this tick ratio does not get displayed. Obviously the tick ratio seems to be having a value between 0 and 1. And it doesn't stay the same, otherwise we would have all 5 lines being drawn at the same place. So the question is, I just lost my train of thought. So, why is this still turning out to be a blank string, even though we have a %f? %f should get a float and turn it into number in text, do I have to do 0.2 like I did with the other one? That'd be a little weird because, oh, let's just see. Ah, oh, what happened there? Something crashed, or I hit pause or something. Bad access. Okay, this is almost certainly something we did. And this isn't a irrelevant part of the code. I'm not sure. That was... Let's try it again. That doesn't look related to what we just did. There's probably a legitimate crash when you click around here somewhere. Maybe double click or something. This is just some noise. Yeah. So, well, the numbers are being drawn now. I guess you do need the 0.2, which is kind of surprising. Strange that this is still wrapping even though I change it to clip though. I mean, it means I didn't really look at the documentation very hard, but when you tell something to clip, it should mean just cut off at the edge, right? Break mode clip. I don't know, that looks right to me. I don't see why it would wrap. Let's take a little break and look that up. Maybe it's tail truncation is what I want. I'd say, yeah, probably tail truncation. Ideally, we don't want anything truncated. We want to format the string to be the right length, and we'll limit to, say, 6 characters. Is it tail truncate? What was it? Okay, so we should read the documentation for that. Clip when the end of the drawing rectangle is reached. So that's ambiguous. It might no. This option could result in a partially rendered character at the end of a string. So even tail truncation seems to still allow multiple lines of text. To be honest, I'm a little confused because there's nothing in this call to say multi-line or not. I suppose they want the rectangle itself to be a lot smaller.